Good evening, people. This is your boys, your baby mama favorite DJ Heavy Health.
KD, you know what it is, baby. King Dave, King of Kings, East Side, West Side, North Side, South Side, Shy Side. What's happening, baby?
Yeah, turn up, and you're now listening to 6 Foot 2 Hundos. This is the podcast for the Two-Turn Radio until we get our station up, but we're still going to be doing this as well. As you know, we just about telling like it is here, man. Keeping shit funky.
We got to, man. You know, you asked me a question earlier about how my weekend was, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something. We were in the same place Saturday, am I correct?
We were at the same place.
Yes, we were. Same place Saturday, correct?
Yeah.
You saw exactly what I saw, correct?
Opportunity.
You also saw what I saw, am I correct?
Yeah, I saw what you saw, man.
So I'm letting you know right now that lit a fire in my ass because I want you to understand something. We was around a legend.
We
was around somebody who's been there and done that, and he was displayed some of the most trashiest, laziest
oh wow
on his show that to me I've ever seen in my life. I'm here to let you know, man.
Shots fired. Shots are being fired.
It ain't shots fired. It's facts. Because like I just asked you, me and you saw the same thing. Am I correct?
Yeah, we saw the same thing, brother.
So I'm letting you know this show is going to have the type of authentic look that you're looking for.
Authenticity.
From whatever we talk about, for whatever we want to discuss, from whatever you want to discuss, man. We just want to be able to give you 100% on how to put a show together and how to reach you, reach your ear, reach everything you're thinking about, man. But all that trash that's around here, all that trash that comes out, I can't go for it. I pay tuition like everybody else, man. And to be around stuff like that just made me want to work harder. And I know my co-hosts right here want to work just as hard. So Two-Turn Radio, King Dave, Heavy Health. How was your weekend?
I mean, it was cool, man. You know, I saw my Steelers throw down on the Dolphins, man. We had some fried dolphin this Sunday.
Ass whooping.
And it felt pretty good, man. Like I said, well, like you mentioned before earlier, Saturday definitely lit a fire under our asses, and been around the legend Devontae Stone. Definitely you get to see how shit works and see how shit is popping, and just believe that we on our way with that. We actually doing pretty good right now. So nonetheless, man, have you heard about the recent news about the 14s? We talked about this actually last week Thursday, where the 14s who had kidnapped the mentally challenged white dude. Well, apparently there was an article floating around on a book. I try to cross-reference it. I haven't been doing so well with it. However, what I was saying is that I lost the train of thought that quick. Sorry, guys.
Made you look, huh?
Made me look, but no, here we go. No, but the kids were supposed to be getting the death penalty or something like that, man.
That's not gonna happen, man. Look, man, I said last week that they deserve whatever is coming to them.
Death penalty?
But I meant that in the sense of, you know, they need to spend a lot of time away from society to think about lives, to think about themselves and what they've done. It's all about choices at the end of the day. So for you to, like I said, do the things you've done, you chose to do that. It didn't have nothing to do with Donald Trump. It didn't have nothing to do with your circumstances in life. It has something to do with you choosing to be something that you're not,
right?
Ultimately. Because at the end of the day, you were made just like I was. And we all have hearts. We all have some type of feeling. You did that because you was probably drunk. You did it because you wanted to show off. Now look at what show off has gotten you. So to any child between the ages of 18, 19, 20, 21 or whatever, you have to understand that your choices, especially being an African-American male or female, the choices you have are critical. Because at some point, I don't know if you will agree with me on this, Hev, but at some points, black men can be extinct to some eyes. And we need to recognize that.
Well, overall, black people in general could be extinct. I mean, at the end of the day, they've been trying to extinct black people since they gave us freedom from slavery, that is, until they let us go, and not even let us go, but just give us the basic needs of human, just giving us basic human rights, not even all our human rights, just basic, just the basic stuff. Well, so they've been trying to extend, kill us off for a long time, either through mass incarceration, incarceration.
I understand what you're saying.
Even through polluting our water sources in our neighborhoods, putting us in impoverished neighborhoods, the ghettos, the projects, things of such of that nature. They've been trying to pretty much put us in a little corner and just kill us off with lack of resources, and put us in an environment where we have to ultimately do harm to ourselves, where we have to sell each other drugs and kill each other and things like that.
But
so it's still gonna go on. I mean, it's still happening. They haven't stopped trying to kill us. I mean, you got these race soldiers out here with these police officers. I mean, let's keep it funky. I mean, majority of the law enforcement is made of a bunch of racist, prejudiced, KKK people, and so of course they want to be trying to kill off whatever brown people that they come across.
Why help them? Why put them in a position to where they have the emotional and social advantage?
Mm-hmm. Why help them? That's again, we should not be helping them, but understand people are not as informed like you and I. Not as many people are informed like you and I would say. There are people that's out there that are informed, they are awakened, they are conscious, but then there's it's 5 times the amount of that of people that are not. And
I say it's all about choices. I'm sorry.
It is all about choices.
If you can choose to go plan an actual, see, to me it wasn't just an ordinary kidnapping. It was planned. That had to be planned.
And
it had to be
I don't think it was a kidnap though, because I hear his evidence out saying the boy was dropped off by his mom.
And see, that's what I'm saying. He's under the impression he finna hang out, he finna kick it, but I done sat up here and got duped into being taken advantage of because you bored. It had to be boredom, or it had to be a fit in.
Again, from what the video was saying, they were saying, fuck Donald Trump and all that shit. It seems
that's
like
just to make somebody mad, dog.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it seemed like it was stemming from that. I mean, from what they were saying, it seemed like it stemmed from more of a racial situation where, because I mean, honestly, let's be really
that
really
made
real.
no sense.
Let's be really real quick. I'm gonna keep it real funky. Black people should have been retaliated on white people. To be honest with you, the shit that black people been going through. So I'm not siding with, and I'm not saying that it's okay to go out and start kidnapping white people and killing them, but understand that that's the big reason why white people are so afraid of us right now, because of shit they've been doing, they have done and been doing and still doing. Why haven't black people retaliated? Why haven't black people done this such a thing? And I mean, and it's honestly not saying that we should, because we shouldn't, because it's really just kind of fucked up to do, but people feel that way. People, and then it's kids. About this generation doesn't have any respect or have any type of patience, and it's really about just get this shit done. They don't really have that sense of restraint like our older generation. Our old folks, old people, they was kind of scary. You kind of look at it, they was real scared.
It was different rules, and it was a different era. You could actually, when a child act the way that they do, you could actually discipline them. Somebody down the street that's real cool with your mom or your pop, when they going to work, man, you see my child act a fool, getting his ass.
Mm.
You can do that, but those things can happen. That form of discipline was valid because it was able to teach a child that, hey, this is an actual village.
Right.
This village thing that we're taught, this was real back in the day. So now you mean to tell me to be a village? To me, you're telling me to be a village now is to be against the law, because the village has spoken to getting the child's ass they act up. So now if I look at my kid wrong, I got to get all the law against me. And
so who fault is that when it comes down to laws and it comes down to the community?
It's
it
either
ain't the child, ain't the kids, because they're kids. They just born. They brought into this world.
Right, but why are they just free willingly just doing things like this? It's a reason why.
Yeah, it is a reason why.
Was it done to them?
It wasn't done to them.
Was it done to them?
You can't say.
Why would you do that?
You can't necessarily say an act, something in particular was done to somebody without really looking at the reason why. like I said before, black people are
But still,
psychologically fucked up.
why would you do that? Because the shoe on the other foot, one of their little cousins would have got done like that. They'd been crying and wanting to march, right?
You say, repeat that one more time.
Like, put the shoe on the other foot,
Mm-hmm.
and the ones that did this to this boy, one of their little cousins go through the same thing the little white boy went through. They be ready to shoot up, kill somebody, march, and do all this stuff.
Technically,
get the mayor involved, get a ceasefire involved. Come on, man.
Technically, it did happen. You know, I don't know if you remember back last year, the year before last, it was three white people took 2 black boys, killed them, and had sex with their corpse. Kidnapped them literally and killed them in the house, had sex with their corpse. 3 white people did that. 2 white dudes and a white girl.
It's horrible, man.
So this that actually happened before, but again, that's why I was saying, can we really truly, what's the word I'm looking for? Can we really convict? We can convict them of a hate crime, right? But again, they didn't kill. They didn't kill.
You've done the things that you've done,
and like I said,
So now because they're young, we have to alter their consequences.
No, it's not about altering the consequences.
Because that's exactly what you're doing. Because
we have to
what if it was a 30-year-old that has done that to somebody, especially like somebody like 80, 90 years old?
That there has
then
been.
What?
There has been. In 30-year-old, guess what? You talking about an adult, and we're talking about kids who are 17 and 18.
So what's the difference?
What's different? They're kids. There's no death involved. That's the difference. There's 2 things. There's 2 things right there. They're kids and there's no death involved. When you talking about a 30-year-old who killed somebody, you talking about a whole ass adult who damn sure should know better. And then killing somebody on top of that.
Okay, if you are the judge, what would you do?
Well, I would be consistent with the rest of the shit that's been going on, be honest with you.
What is their sentence? At the end of the day, what's the sentence?
And the sentence is,
give me the sentence.
I wouldn't give him no prison. I probably would give him like maybe.
What?
I wouldn't give him no prison. No. You know why? Because why would I send him to prison? I mean,
assaulted that young man.
You know, there's a dude that's a swimming guy. You know, the guy who raped the black girl behind a garbage can. You know what? He has no prison time. The judge said he doesn't want the prison to mess up his upbringing. So I'm going to stay consistent with that. I'm not going to give him that. If you really want to play favoritism, I'm really going to look out for my people through thick and thin and through good and bad, and say what you want, how you want. But until this gets changed, until it goes across the whole board, why should I be hard on my own people when you have white people doing worse, even more atrocious acts, and just getting literally a slap on the hand? Why should I even think about being that harsh to my own people?
I feel everybody should suffer the consequences equally.
They should, but it's not.
Especially if it's the same crime.
It's technically not.
You can't sit up here and tell me because I'm 18 years old. So basically, you're telling me I'm 18 years old. If I kill somebody right now, I can get away with it because I'm so young. But if I'm 38 years old and I kill the same exact person, you mean to tell me I gotta die?
No.
That's unfair. That 18-year-old should get the same consequence I have, especially if that 18-year-old is tried as an adult anyway.
Now you're talking about death.
Right.
Death,
but you said for the adult, he know better, he or she know better, they gotta die. They gotta die. The death penalty. But I'm 18 years old, I do the same exact thing this adult did, and they got the death penalty. I can get off scot-free because I'm young and I don't know.
When you're talking about death, that's death at the end of the day. That's death. You
kill
somebody.
When should you get the death penalty?
When you should get, me personally, I feel like eye for an eye. So if you kill somebody and you kill a lot of people, then you should be getting the death penalty. That's me, plain and simple. But you know they're not gonna do that. A lot of people are not gonna do that. And so you say, well, did these kids kill somebody? No.
Hey.
So therefore, no. That's one. Two. How old are they? The oldest one is what, 18?
No, the oldest is 24.
The oldest is 24?
It's a female, the light skinned one. The one, not the one that held the phone. It was the light skinned one. She's like 24.
They all kind of like brown skin. Let me see. But they all 24, but they all in high school. How is that possible?
No. She's 24. Everybody else is 18.
Everybody else is 18.
Everybody else is 18.
High school, don't understand that. Hold on, let me see. That's one thing.
So what you trying to say? Whole girl is dumb or some shit?
Well, you 24 in high school. You dumb as a box of condoms. So that's real shit. If you 24 in high school, you know that's what I'm saying. Man, I couldn't see myself being 24 in high school.
I'm trying to tell you something here, okay? why put myself in that position if I'm between the age 18 to 24? What is really wrong with me to where I'm putting myself in this situation? How did I become that fucking stupid?
Yeah, and just
How?
the same question you asked, the same reason why I asked, why do dudes put on Robin jeans? Put on jeans by homosexuals? Why do women put on a whole bunch of fucking makeup and weave and shit? And it really don't
going
look
all
right.
around the board,
But
do you understand what I'm saying about choices?
right, but again,
How many
I
chances
feel
do
you.
I have to make the right or wrong choice?
And that's what I'm saying, choices. Everybody has choices, but the choices that you make is stemmed from some deeper intellectual reason. It's something behind a reason by all your decisions. It's outside besides being told what's right and wrong. Why did you think that was the right idea at the time?
If this is challenged, why are there consequences then for what you do?
Why is there consequences?
Why?
That you need to be taught. There's something wrong against the law, against the rules.
So
Consequences
you're gonna
are
give
actually
me
used to
consequences.
teach, not so much to punish.
So you're gonna give me a consequence by basically saying this is a lesson being taught to you, instead of me suffering the same account or the same amount of the account as a person I just did something to. You mean to tell me I can actually hurt or kill or steal from somebody and I can walk?
No.
That's what I get out of it. Because if I'm the judge and you come in my courtroom and you are in front of my face and you done pop 3 people, you got to die. I'm sorry. You just altered 3 families' lives. I'm giving you the death penalty right then.
So let's
I'm
talk.
sorry.
Okay, so let's
You have to go.
So let's
Bye.
just stick to one crime. Let's stick to kidnapping. Let's stick to kidnapping. All right. How about this? We're not gonna jump all over the place. Let's just stick to kidnapping. Let's just stick to the fact of a hate crime. Okay, that's it. We're not talking about death. All right.
I was talking about the consequences for
The
what they do.
consequences for what they do, which is not possibly the kidnapping and the hate crime. There's only 2 things. So what penalty would you give to a hate crime and kidnapping? That's what I'm talking about.
If they done both of them, or one by one.
No, for this situation here, for so far what they're being convicted of is kidnap and hate crime.
Mm-hmm.
What would you give that?
Hey, I'm throwing 20 years apiece.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm throwing 20 years.
Wow!
You
Wow!
got to go.
Wow!
You got to go bye-bye.
Wow! So
You just altered somebody's life. You could have basically took away somebody who could have been a judge.
All right.
Or a lawyer or a doctor, because you wanted to get drunk and high off the loud, off the lane, pop a few mollies, and you want to just go hurt some damn body. Really, man?
So what about
Really?
what about
You got
John
to go.
Howard? What about John Howard? You know what John Howard is? John Howard is a football player who had raped, sodomized a mentally challenged black person with a hanger, raped him. What about him?
He got to die.
He has to die.
He got to die.
Okay, what about Dylan Roof?
He got to die. Oh no, him? Especially him? Sorry. I'm cooking him. He got to get cooked.
So
He's
all
sitting
right.
in that chair, bro.
So
I'm sorry. You done
all
walked
right.
in the most sacred place for African Americans since how? Who knows?
Since slavery. You should
Who?
say
Since probably slavery.
since slavery.
The most safe place an African American male or female can go to and give thanks to the Most High. So you mean to tell me I can't do that now because you want to walk your silly, pathetic ass in here and hurt me because you mad at somebody, or you think that
He's
really?
supposed to be mad at black people. So
You got to go.
He's mad at all black people.
You got to go.
I mean, that is.
I'm the judge, right?
That's a pussyfoot move. I mean, honestly, if
Guilty,
If you're
guilty,
really mad at black
guilty.
people, you want to send it up with black people, then go to some black people who's willing to send it up back with you. He did go to a place where
He got
that
to
is
go, bro.
so
I'm
much
sorry.
black folks.
He got
That's
to
sanctuary.
go.
That's a sanctuary for peace and just just no violence. But you go to a non-violence place and do it. That's where he deserved to get his ass whooped and beat to death, in my opinion. I don't think he should die from ejection or electricity. He should be counted somewhat stoned to death, or have like some big ass dude with
You
spike
going
gloves.
back to the biblical days.
Barbaric days, probably call them the barbaric days.
going
yes.
barbaric
Yeah, because you know
stuff,
what?
man.
Because you know what? A lot of people are not afraid anymore. I think that's the reason why. So you still get
Because
afraid.
everything is in front of you. If you think about it, everything is in front of you now.
Mm.
You can wake up early in the morning. If you want to watch porn and get your nut off.
Spanking it all day. I spank
If you
before I
want to
get
look at, see what time the Bulls and the Blackhawks play.
Mm.
If you want to look up what a Drago is, because I keep hearing all
Draco.
these Drago,
Draco.
Drago, whatever. First
Draco.
thing popped up on my phone was dude from Rocky anyway.
Uh-huh.
So you know what I'm saying? Social media and technology has combined like the finest woman and the coldest dude out here alive.
So you saying
You cannot take your eyes off of this shit.
So you saying that people are? You saying that it's an overexposure of content and material at a young age?
I would rather say very saturated, because even at a certain age, a child can have a certain amount of social media to them. Like, you notice on phones or certain sites, it got kid mode or some shit.
But if they smart enough, they can just bypass that, put their damn a birthday in.
So now you telling me I have all this power now to learn everything. What the first off, to me, what the fuck am I going to school for if I got Wikipedia and I got Google? What the fuck am I going to school for? What's 2 plus 2? Let me see. Let me look at Google. I know that sounds kind of regular,
but that's what kids, that's what people do in general. You know, you learn a lot more off the internet now than you actually do in the institution.
Man, look, man, the world is at your fingertips. They was Apple, Samsung, and all these companies, man, we're not lying. The world is at your fingertips now. So now, all different races, all different ages can figure out how the fuck to move around in life because of one item. It used to be, I got a laptop in front of me, right? I got a phone in front of me.
Right.
Guess which one outweighed the other?
Cell phone, of course.
Goddamn phone.
Yeah, of course, because it's mobile.
Exactly. 10 years ago, it might have been a neck-to-neck tie. 20
Right.
years ago, it was the laptop. It was the computer or whatever. But I'm able to have service of any venture for my life in my hand. Come on, man. That's a win-win.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. So I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's like when you have that overexposure of media content to young ages, you know, and then you have a lot of TV, then you have the lack of parenting, because to me that all comes down to lack of parenting, not teaching their kids or not instilling those values and not really letting them kids know, like, no, don't do this, you know. Then all that combines to make a very stupid decision to do such a thing. And so, you know, nonetheless, yes, they should be punished, but I mean, again, to the extent of a Dylan Roof or John Howard, no, they need, if you're gonna be punishment, they also need to go to some type of psychological. Because anybody that hates someone of color, skin color, anything of that nature, that is a psychological issue. No matter,
you know what's the crazy part
what
about
they may
all
say.
this? Not to cut you off, you know the craziest part about this? This came at the wrong time for them. You know why? Because Rahm Emanuel and Bruce Rauner, they have to make a statement now. They have to basically put up some fight to say, you know what, we're not going to allow this to keep happening in these lovely and coveted cities that we have. You know, Chicago, this is our bread and butter in Illinois. Our bread and butter is basically molded and tainted because of all of this senseless violence and corruption, bullshit here, there, not to mention the bad weather and the badass construction. You can't go no goddamn where in Chicago. You can't go nowhere. If you even think about it, you can't sleepwalk nowhere. Somebody else sleepwalking too. It's very crowded here. It's very polluted here. It's very corrupted here. And they have to make a statement now, especially to us. We're not playing with you, dude.
So a few of those things I'm gonna tell you right now that is changing, or you could say we don't have to worry about the population. Chicago is actually losing out on people as we speak. Last year, Chicago lost thousands of people to migration. Well, not say migration, but to moving out, traveling, as far as literally relocating to warmer climate weathers. And of course, taxes is terrible. I mean, it's a lot of other things, I would say, outside of crime within the black community that's affecting the city as a whole, in part due to corruption and then the overpriced traffic tickets, the stoplight tickets, and what Mr. Daly did, Richard Daly did.
That was some of the most crazy shit ever to me too.
You know, he has a private company sector out, some shit like that, where they put up they stoplights and shit, and now, you know, they just reaping millions, and the city the state is in debt. So the whole fucking state is in debt.
And it's gonna stay in debt.
It's
gonna stay in debt.
And like I said, this city is millions of dollars, if not billions. I'm not sure on the amount of money, but we're fucking in debt. Okay, we in debt, and shit is taxing, and shit is high, and motherfuckers out here barely trying to survive in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So.
You know what breaks my heart too is the corruption the most, because we have African American political leaders here. Every other goddamn year, one of them getting busted for some shit. That hurts.
Well, let's keep our
what's worse now, the violence itself, or the leaders in our neighborhoods,
the leaders,
in Inglewood and South Shore and Chatham and Grand Crossing. They eating off the poor. They take it from the poor.
Yeah, I mean that's every single church in every single black neighborhood is doing that. So I mean, it's the leaders, it's the people who want to preach and say follow me and all this stuff, and they're not really doing anything that can truly influence a change.
I just take God and I'm good, because you know what, I feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Because from what we've heard growing up in the church, I know you've been to church probably. You probably been to church.
I grew up in church.
Right, and I grew up in the church.
Mm.
We looked at those pastors as the truth.
No, I fell asleep in church to be dead ass with you though.
I went to sleep. But by default, you just knew that this is the pastor,
the
teacher, and this is the truth.
Yeah.
So now I see it's not. What the fuck do I believe now?
Man, it's always good.
What do I believe now?
You just gotta go out and just kind of do your cross references and your research, dot your I's and cross your T's and all that good stuff there. And then for the most part, man, it's just one of them situations where you just gotta go out and do your own thing. Whenever you feel lost, you just gotta know how to recollect yourself. I mean, whatever faith you believe in, there's no really true wrong in believing what you believe in, but if you feel lost about it, you might just have to get yourself realigned with it, no matter what it is.
True.
But for the most part, we're about to go on a little busy break. I mean, this is gonna be the first segment here for today. Today is what, January 9th?
January 9th, 2017. Up next, we are going to talk sports.
Well, this is.
You don't want to talk sports?
I mean, we don't. This is a
I
podcast.
thought we was talking about everything.
Yeah, we talking about everything, so we don't have to, because
I don't want to just give them just cheese pizza, bro. I'm willing to break off in everything.
This is a podcast. We could give them cheese, hot dogs, mozzarella sticks.
You petty, bro.
I'm giving you some hot dog with some sauerkraut, a good old New York brat. You feel me? But for the most part, thank you guys for tuning in. And this is 6'2" Hondos. I'm Heavy Health.
King Dave, King of Kings.
And we out of here. Peace.